What's going on, guys? It's Coach Steve here, episode 5 of the Playbook, and today we're going to go over Vegito. I'm only going over one particular move, and it's the one that annoys a lot of you people that will be watching this, and it is this move right here, this young 5L. We see this, get pretty mad, don't know when it's our turn, see him spamming it and think it's broken. That is not the case, and I'm going to show you why. In order to fight Vegito well, you have to understand two things. One, he's going to lose his turn eventually. Two, which ties in with one, you have to be okay with blocking. If you're not okay with blocking, Vegito will seem broken. It's okay to sit there sometimes. And I'm going to show you why. So, here I have him recorded. I'm going to press play. Now, I want you to pay attention. Pay attention to the assist regeneration. Through all of this, even delaying, dashing, it took such a heavy delay for the assist to start coming back. Which is okay for us. That means we can block. We're not taking any kind of mix-up. All we have to do is just be ready for a 6M or a Dragon Rush. And this is all perfectly okay. And I had him put in dashes, pretty heavy delays, but with the change to Season 3, that assist regeneration doesn't happen until much later in pressure. This definitely weakened Vegito quite a bit. So, with that said, be content with just blocking. The next thing I want to go over with 5L, let me take him off recording real quick. So, one thing to note, it is a 7-frame button first and foremost, right? Which means if you do have access to a 6-frame, after a 6M, he won't be able to trade with you. He'll just pretty much win. I brought in, here we go. Alright, so first and foremost, that's just a general rule of the game we all should know by now. Secondly, his whiff recovery is really, really bad. So, one of the things that you want to do the most, make him whiff. Make him whiff. If he whiffs, he has to commit to a vanish, which is very unsafe, can get 2H'd, or the second hit of the auto combo. And if he whiffs that too, he's pretty much not going anywhere. You get to punish him for free. Next is on reflect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Vegito do a 5L, and you can see he's minus 19 on reflect as well. And then from there, you have a lot of options. Most characters do. You know, Bardock makes everything pretty easy. For an example, you can just reflect, lariat. Some characters can reflect super or something if they don't have bar to vanish, you know, things like that. But he is very, very negative on both of these. So I want to talk more about what I meant by making him whiff. How do you do that, right? How do you just make somebody whiff a button, especially when it appears to be a pretty strong button that they have, right? So there's going to come times where a character's, let's say, like +1 or 2. Let's say like a post vanish, right? When you vanish, you're +2 on block or so. And then a typical thing to do would be to just take your turn with a 5L, right? Like, let's say Bardock here. However, Vegito doesn't just have like the luxury of being safe trying to take his turn. What I mean by that is, I'm gonna press play here, right? Normally, you would want to do something like that, right? However, Vegito's 5L here is weak to backdash. Alright, if you're late on it, that will happen. Alright, so you could do things like that, right? Backdash is 5L. Backdashing after vanish means you're putting this mind game that they can't just use it with like no thought behind it. Now they have to be willing to chase your backdash, and they have to like mix up the way they want to do. They want to pressure you, which is bad for Vegito, because his reward is not going to be as high when he doesn't have meter or like assists or characters to DHC out. His reward won't be as high. So even that, like the hurt box on it is really big too. Now some characters have some awkward hitboxes, right? You see how I'm trying to backdash with Vegito here, and even on reversal I get hit. All right, if your character is one of those characters, there's a difference between stand blocking and crouch blocking, and you can see here I crouch blocked. So watch, and crouch blocking the vanish, I mean. Whereas if I stand block after during the vanish, I'll be able to backdash and punish it. So crouch block, I get hit, stand block, I can make him whiff and punish it. So it's very important to note. Right, Vegito is not often able to just take his turn. Assist regeneration really smoked his pressure because a lot of his staggers now are way less threatening because they have to really be mindful of their assist calls. So keep all of this in mind the next time you fight a Vegito, and definitely go to training mode. If your character is one of those characters that can't backdash when crouching, then you have to remember to stand block after the vanish. And it's not a size thing either. So before we cut this here, it's not a size thing. Alright, so it's not a size thing. Vegito has a pretty awkward hitbox, so make sure you have that down with your characters and your team. What character would you guys like to see next? I hope to see you guys put your opinions, your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching episode 5 of season 1 of the Playbook.